Here's our sponsors for today's program.
It's a wrong road. I call when they're getting newborns. Body stronger. The farther on you go. Thought I knew you. But can't never say I knew me. That sorry shadow I could turn out to be. Sometimes I cannot. Just can't understand where my head is at. Oh, what my heart is saying. All throughout the struggle, sometimes I feel I can't shake the habit. I just can't wake up. But I know in the end I'll be the chill. 'Cause the road will go on with me or without. Making no compromise. Fighting for a better life.
Persona 4 Arena.
Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Persona 4 Arena. Alright, so I don't know a lot about Persona. I know it's very popular. I just recently saw what the actual gameplay looks like, and it actually looks pretty cool. It's turn-based, but with some other elements to it. I know the other big thing about this series is that you get really involved with these characters. Apparently Persona has some of the most dangerous waifu wars on the fucking planet. So, I ain't gonna start shit. I'm gonna be playing the story mode, which I heard is, in total, with everybody's story put together, is 30 hours. So, we're in for a long ride. Now, I also heard that most of this story was text-based. And I thought, oh, I'll be reading all the different parts and stuff. No. What it is part of it is not voiced. And that's from the first-person view of your particular character that you are playing. From there, all the other parts are actually voiced. So I'll voice the parts that aren't voiced, but then I'll let the other actors actually do their part and talk, because this game does have actually really good English voice acting, because they got a lot of good people. I think it was from the actual anime Persona 4 Golden anime dub. They got pretty much all the actors to come voice their characters here. So, anyways, we're gonna get started here. So, when we get to here.
Welcome
So,
to the Velvet Room. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. Now then, why don't you introduce yourself?
So now we get to pick our first story to do. So we got Yukiko, we got you, we got Yosuke, and we got Chie. I'm probably going to do this in the...
persona you have acquired. It is a side of you that shows
Yes, thank you.
itself when you face the world around
Yes,
you.
I know, thank you!
Perhaps you can think of it as a facade of determination you wear to face various difficulties in life.
Fine. Okay. I think I'm gonna do you first, then I'm probably gonna do Chie, then do Yosuke, then do Yukiko last, and then of course from there that'll unlock all the other characters that we have access to. So start off with you, and let's see what we got. So, you is the young man who ended the case that rocked Inaba returns for the holidays. I can't read. For the holidays, only to find a new mystery in the P1 Grand Prix tournament. With his katana and persona Izagaki, he can hold his own in all aspects. Yu is actually one of my favorite characters because he's one of the easiest to learn, and he's also the guy that you get to do all the tutorial stuff with. And I've got some fantastic gifs of Yu. So, some of this I will voice. Blue. The floor, the ceiling, the furnishings, everything is blue. It's quite unlike what I normally see throughout my day. And yet, my heart is mysteriously calm. I recognize the slight rumbling as an engine and realize that I'm in a car. Or rather, someplace else I recognize.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
The old man with the bizarre face sitting before me makes an expression that appears to be a smile. Sitting quietly next to the old man is a woman as beautiful and delicate as an ice sculpture.
It seems we have a guest with an intriguing destiny. My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance.
The Velvet Room. Igor. Even though I'm barely conscious, I can remember that this is not the first time I've heard these names. Those names, sorry. I see this is a dream. This happened in the past. I've been in this room before. My memory is correct. What he says next is...
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are bound by a contract may enter. It may be that such a fate awaits you in the near future.
The words I expect to hear fall from the old man's mouth. I'm surprised that I still remember them. Another me, not the one not in the dream, can't help but smile at that.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
I remember this, too. When I said my name here, it's forged a contract with them. And so I answer. You, Narukami. Now, I'm not super great at pronouncing Japanese stuff, but I do okay. Because I've watched enough. When I open my eyes, the light is so blinding that I have to squint. For a moment, I can't figure out where I am, and I look around.
I was on my way back.
I mutter to myself and look out the window. The sky is somewhat cloudy, unfortunately, but the scenery is as peaceful as always. It seems that I fell asleep on the train heading to the countryside, where I spent the last year in Inaba. If I recall correctly, when I first came to that town, it was an afternoon just like this. I dozed off in the same way back then, and was summoned to the Velvet Room. That was when Igor said that misfortunes would befall me, and just as he foretold, I was dragged into an outrageous murder mystery. That was no ordinary case. The Midnight Channel, shadows and personas, the powers of all of the heart. I saw things that could scarcely be believed. But I made memories there that could never be replaced as well. We gained the powers of the personas, and we suffered together. I stood with my friends on the investigation team against these misfortunes and fought alongside them. There's no way I could have overcome such ordeals without their
Wonder
help.
what everyone's been up to.
After solving the mystery, it was decided that I would leave Inaba around the same time my parents would be returning from overseas. It's been about 2 months since I saw them all, as they were saying goodbye to me at the train station. I had decided to stay at the Dojima residence during Golden Week. I guess that's why it's called Persona 4 Golden. I could be wrong. So that I could spend the holiday with my friends. Of course my uncle was happy to hear this, and his only daughter, Nanako, would be glad to see me too.
Damn it! I still haven't picked up Yosuke's gift.
No, not Yosuke! It was supposed to be something special after all. Actually, I'd received a call from Teddy, one of my investigation team friends, this morning. The details of the conversation are a bit confusing.
Hello? Is this Sensei?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really sorry to bring this up, but I forgot to tell you something very important. I have a special request for the souvenirs I'm sure you'll be bringing your bear's friend.
The bear puns have begun, ladies and gentlemen. The bear puns have begun. Teddy, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to tell people what you want them to bring you as souvenirs. I already have souvenirs for everyone, but oh well. Sure enough, Teddy was only asking for some snacks that aren't sold in Inaba, so it wasn't much trouble. But there was one problem.
One more thing. Can I ask you to pick up something for Yosuke too?
I was planning on bringing something for everyone anyway, but go ahead.
Cool! Well, Yosuke's been down in the dumps after his mommy burned his favorite nurse.
No!
She was what I called scorching hot. Just kidding.
A nurse?
Aw, come on, Sensei. You know what I'm talking about. His nurse magazine with the chest examinations and the bear behinds.
Damn it, no! You foul woman, how could you?
I see. And you expect me to buy him a replacement?
Of course, silly. People coming to visit are supposed to bring presents.
All right. Oh, I was planning to head back tomorrow, but since we're meeting up early, I decided to go back today. Can you pass that on to everyone?
Aha! Then the sexy nurses will be arriving even soon. It'll be like, Sensei, we have an emergency patient. Yusuke will be so happy. Okay then, we'll be waiting for you.
I really have to read up on what Teddy's deal is, because Teddy is one of the most confusing characters to me. I'm still a little worried now. I hope he isn't telling everyone something that would give them the wrong idea. Well, I should just call it again once I get there. But I'll ignore that for now.
Nurses, huh?
In the end, I wasn't able to pick one up for him. Oh well, how can I put it? I'd feel bad for Yusuke if I gave him that magazine, and every time he opened it, his friend's face kept popping up into his head. And I have to think Yosuke has his pride too. He doesn't need me to buy him this stuff. Then again, this is Yosuke we are talking about. I'm sure he'll understand if I explain my reasoning. Probably.
Now pulling into Yaso Inaba. This will be the last stop. Yaso Inaba.
Oh.
End of the line already. Looks like I'll be asleep for a lot long. Looks like I had been asleep for a lot longer than I thought. Just as that thought came to me, a certain worry crossed my mind. If I had a dream of the Velvet Room, did that mean I was going to be dragged into another adventure? No, I shouldn't think such things. I'm overthinking it. Igor had said, "I'm delighted to make your acquaintance after all. It's not nothing. So it's nothing about a dream. It's quite misleading, since I've had dreams of being summoned into that room ever since. The train begins to slow, and I take that as my cue to gather my belongings from the luggage rack above me. When the train comes to a complete stop and the doors open, even the smell of the wind evokes a sense of nostalgia. I think I'm getting a little too sentimental. I step out onto the platform with my wry smile. Sure, let's place bookmark. Let's bookmark that right there. That's nice. There we go. Nice. Well, that's good. And I think at any time I can pretty much save. I'm standing in front of the train station, but this town is as quiet as it's always been. I realized that the sun has started to set, and the orange sky elevates the world.
Now, what should I do?
Today is May the 2nd. According to the calendar, the latter half of the holidays will begin tomorrow. I'm told Dojimi-san that I was going to arrive today, but it seems he's been too busy with work to come get me. Ryoto the Dragon of Dojima! Ryoto Dojima, he's my uncle. I stayed with him last year. He's a detective with the Innova Police. He's not a very good detective, as I've heard. And he raised his elementary school-age daughter Nanako by himself. It seems that he's suddenly contacted by a detective from the Metropolitan Police Department regarding his last year's case, and will have to work late. What happened last year was so very serious. That may be why this has come up. He shouldn't have worried about it. I recall how apologetic he sounded over the phone, and I can't help from smiling. I told him that I knew the way over from the station, but a bag packed with necessities and souvenirs for everyone turns out to be quite a load. Nanako must be waiting for me alone at the house, so I want to get there as soon as possible too. To be honest, I don't know when the bus will come. Maybe I should just call for a taxi. Just as I'm thinking of this.
Nanako?
Big bro!
Yay! It is Nanako. There's no way I'd mistake
You came to meet me all on your own?
What did you... Oh, that's cool. I can check the backlog. That's nice. So if I miss something, why did she come to the station all by herself? True, the Dojima residence is within walking distance, but it couldn't have been easy for her. Even though it's still light out right now, it'll get dark soon, and the country roads are barely lit. What would she have done if I hadn't been here? I'm about to voice my concerns, but Nanny sounds slightly proud of when she says.
Don't worry, Dad knows about it. He gave me money for the bus.
Yay.
He said he couldn't make it, so I came instead. Welcome back, big bro. I wanted to see you so much.
Thanks. I'm happy to see you again, too.
I see. She must have wanted to show me that she's grown up too. She's around that age, after all. For a moment, I'm surprised that Dojima-san let her do this, but I can kind of imagine what kind of conversation took place. Nanako had always been a capable girl, but over the past year, her housekeeping skills have been improved greatly, and she's proven herself to be very reliable. She takes the lead in many things within the house, and even Dojima-san can compete with her sometimes. I can easily imagine that scene in my mind. And it's true that I'm glad someone came to welcome me. I take Nanako's hand and we begin to walk side by
Well,
side.
no sense standing around here. What's in the fridge at home?
Lots. Dad and I bought a ton of stuff since you were coming to visit.
Yay! If Nanako says so, then he really must have bought a lot. Dojima-san didn't say he'd picked up dinner for us, but I think that's the case. Maybe I should put together something to go with it. I asked Nanako what she wants to eat, and she looks back with a twinkle in her eyes.
Are you gonna cook dinner? Ooh, I wanna help.
Nanako and me make small talk as we walk through Inaba for the first time in a little while. Being here, this makes me feel as if I've gone back in time to a year ago. After we get back to the Dojima home, I hurry and unpack my belongings, but before heading back to the kitchen. Nanako helps me out as diligently as she could have, as she had claimed earlier. The way she mixes the eggs seems more skillful than before. You're such a good girl, Nanako.
Good evening. This is the Evening Journal with news for May 2nd. Our top story is on the domestic airline that was hijacked yesterday.
Oh, shit. The TV in the living room echoes through the house. The TV was on quite often in this house. When I first came to Inaba, Nanako was practically being raised by the television. There had been this odd sense of distance between us around that time. She started calling me Big Bro, and we didn't cook together like we are now. It's the little things that bring back memories. Right now, when we were about done making dinner, Dojima-san arrived with some deluxe sushi. Nanako quickly gets up and rushes to the door. She seems so happy when Dojima-san comes home. Well, it's her dad. Dojima-san apologizes about the sudden increase in his workload, but then we all sit at the table and begin eating. Being here like this makes me feel like the 2 months I was gone never happened at all. There's a warm atmosphere, as if I've always been a part of this family, and I've lived here with them for my entire life. I thank both of them from deep in my heart, and after I gave them the souvenirs I bought for them, we enjoy chatting with each other as a family. Another familiar room. This is the room that was prepared for me on the second floor of the Dojima residence. Nanako fell asleep from all the excitement. After carrying her to her room, I tell my uncle that I'd be going to bed early as well, since I have plans. All he says was okay. I'm a little perplexed by this, but I have my suspicions. And as I open the door to my room, it seems I was right. The room is no different than it had been when I was living here. It's exactly the same as it was when I left Inaba. I closed the door with a feeling of wistfulness. This is actually a lot more dialogue than I thought it was. As I sit down on my sofa, I think about my uncle's thoughtfulness. I sigh from the exhaustion of the long journey. I'll be able to see my friends tomorrow, considering that there are still several days left in this holiday. It may be nice to leave early tomorrow and go visit the shopping district.
It's raining.
It seems just before midnight. In mere moments, it will be a new day. Whenever it rains at night, I keep checking the time. When I spent the last year in Inaba, I was always checking for the midnight channel, which was a popular urban legend here in Inaba. It's a bad habit of mine, but even when I'm not here. If you look at the tuned-off television at midnight on a rainy day, you will see your soulmate. Discovering that this rumor was actually true was the first reason why I became involved in the murder investigation last year. But the person who actually appeared on the Midnight Channel isn't your soulmate. It's the next victim. After discovering this, we all nervously sat before our televisions on rainy nights in order to solve the case.
That brings back some memories. Nothing will show anymore, though.
Will nothing really appear, though? I suddenly have doubts. Why would I think that? After we solved that case, we all confirmed that the Midnight Channel wasn't appearing anymore. The empty screen stays silent.
Just
so why?
In case.
It's not going to turn on. There's no way. The more I think about it, the more I feel my resolve fading. I peer into the TV screen as if something is drawing me into it. The only thing I see is my reflection in the dark glass of the CRT television. Or so I thought. Oh shit! Let's get rid.
They are friends, yet powerful foes. Desperate fighting program amongst high school students. A new legend is about to start.
May the manliest of all men come on down!
Nobody touches his precious Nanako, the sister complex kingpin of steel, you Narukami!
It's only natural.
Wage slave in the boonies by day, hero by night, Captain Resentimo, Yosuke Hanamura!
Everything that bores me has gotta go!
A spunky dragon with deadly legs, the carnivore whose discarded womanhood, Chie Satonaka!
You need to eat more meat!
Please escort me to the ring, my prince! The unconquerable Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi!
I'll finish you in one strike!
Blooming roses and bulging muscles, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, Kanji Tatsumi! Deep into realms of romance, the body of a child, the brain of a genius, the 2000 IQ killjoy detective, Naoto Shirogane!
Is this an army of idiots?
Fight and survive towards the one throne waiting at the end! The P1 Grand Prix where fierce fights will be fought! The battle begins tonight!
Yo! Let's rock!
What on earth was that?
What? Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel?
Was that me? Oh. Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel? I'm impressed. There's so much wrong with that phrase. I don't know where to begin. No, I shouldn't be thinking about that. Those words aren't the problem here. I hurry to make sure that the TV isn't plugged in. That was the Midnight Channel. It was actually showing what was rather ridiculous. But thinking back, everything the Midnight Channel showed last year didn't make much sense either. I suddenly gripped by tension. If the Midnight Channel is appearing again, I have to find out why. Pull out my cell phone and search for Yosuke's number.
Hanamura Yosuke.
I quickly hit the call button. Does everyone know about this? Is everyone aware of that the Midnight Channel is being broadcast? Do they know that it's showing us? And that we've been given taglines that can only be described as uncharitable?
Hello, this is Yosuke.
Yosuke?
It's nothing. I just freaked out when you called all of a sudden. Yeah, that's it. What's up? Hey, when do you want to meet?
I can tell what's going on just by the sound of his voice. Yosuke knows about what happened on the Midnight Channel just now, and he's trying to hide that from me. Considering that I've been out of Inaba for a while, I bet he's trying to keep me from worrying about it. There's no need for him to be concerned about that. Then again, I can kind of understand how he feels. I am his friend after all.
That's not why I was calling. I saw the Midnight Channel. You saw it too, right?
Huh?
I can easily hear Yosuke's panicking on the other side of the phone. He's probably surprised that I saw the Midnight Channel when I shouldn't have even been in Inaba right now. He must have been thinking about that the Midnight Channel is now appearing on national television network. Looks like Teddy didn't tell them after all.
Did Teddy not tell you? Since we're meeting up early tomorrow, I decided to come today. I figured you wouldn't think I could have seen it, so I gave you a call.
Well, I assumed you weren't here yet, so I didn't want to rely on you.
You haven't changed. So how about it? You're not gonna leave this be, are you, Captain Resentiment?
Why'd you zero in on that part? Did you see how they called you a sister complex kingpin?
Mine's not that bad.
You think? Oh, I ought to tell you, that program's not the only strange thing lately. Teddy, Rise, and Kanji aren't here either. They disappeared.
For a moment, I'm at loss for words. Not only has the Midnight Channel come back, we've lost contact with 3 of our friends. I have a bad feeling about this. I can't believe that those two things are I can't believe that those two things are unrelated.
Alright, we should get together tomorrow like we planned.
Yeah, at the Jeunesse food court. Welcome back, partner.
Let's rock. That I haven't even... I finally feel the sense of worry fade a little. I answer him with a smile.
It's good to be here.
No matter what's happened, our friends may be in danger. If that's so, there's only one thing to do. Speaking of things I have to do...
right. Sorry to say, I forgot to pick up your souvenir.
A souvenir? Don't even worry about it, man.
You sure? I thought you were really looking forward to it. Those nurses.
Nurses?
I had a feeling he wouldn't get it if I didn't tell him flat out. This is rather hard to bring up, but no.
Yeah, Teddy asked me to get it for you. He said you were crushed that they got burned.
Oh, wait, this is all...
I didn't know you were into nurses.
Shut up! That's enough! Damn it, you're trying to wind me up, aren't you? Stay home, you jerk.
But I'm already here. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
At least he seems like he understands about his souvenir. In any case, the preparations have been made. Tomorrow, I'll meet with everyone to sort out whatever information we have on this situation. If we have to, we'll go back into that world. Be best if the if this was all just our imaginations. But unfortunately, we know that the Midnight Channel wouldn't have appeared without a reason. I should make sure I'm ready for tomorrow and get some rest. Yay! Everybody's great. Every day's great at Junes. This place is lively as usual. As always, sorry. I look around the food court on the I look across the food court on the Junes route for the first time in a while. Even though there aren't many people in Inaba, this place is exceptionally crowded. Plus, because it's Golden Week as well, I feel like it's busier than usual. I happened to run into Yosuke at the elevators. We briefly greeted each other. Guys are weird like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, I don't know about that. Closer we are, the more simple our interactions when we meet each other face to face. The two of us step out to the foot. We immediately find Yukiko and GA. They wave back at us from the bench they're sitting
Good to see
on.
you guys again.
Welcome back! We missed you! The guest of honor's finally here! You're looking well. Welcome back. Should we...
Huh? Oh, he already knows about the Midnight Channel thing. He's actually the one who called me up about it.
Oh, I see. This has turned into a pretty thrown-together reunion, hasn't it? But I'm glad you came.
We chat some more while we all sit down. When Yosuke stands up and clears his throat loudly. He probably been waiting for the right moment to say something. He hasn't mentioned anything to me, but I can easily guess what he's about to say. We all look towards Yosuke.
Well, it sucks that we can't hang out more before jumping into another mystery, but to celebrate our partner's return, I hereby reinstate the investigation team in response to the Midnight Channel going back on the air last night.
Scooby-Doo Adventures engage!
Oh, the team is back! Just hearing that name again gets me all fired up. Yeah, let's do this!
I don't think the applause is necessary.
Why not? It's been 2 months since we last saw each other, after all. Shigeie and Yukiko start chuckling when I shrug. Then Yosuke seems saddened at that. He still ends up laughing along as well. It's a relief to see that they're the same as always, but because of that, it makes me even more worried about the friends that aren't here right now. We can't start slacking off. We begin to sort through the information that we know about
Well, let's get cracking.
already.
I mean, this is no laughing matter. No one's heard from Teddy, Kanji, or Rise. Just those three, right?
Yeah. Oh, I got a hold of Naoto-kun, but I didn't tell her about this stuff. She told me she couldn't make it today because of her job, so I didn't want to worry her. She seemed pretty bummed that she couldn't be here too.
She had a reason for not being here, and we can still contact her. Then Naoto should be fine. That leaves Teddy, Rise, and Kanji. Not hearing back from them after an entire day has passed is normal at all. The relationship between their sudden disappearances and the reappearance of the Midnight Channel last night disturbs me.
One thing's been bothering me. The picture on the TV was very clear last night.
Yeah. Going by the pattern from last year, it wouldn't be that clear until after the victim entered the TV.
Hey, isn't this the first time a big group of people was shown together? Plus, we're still here.
Why us anyway? And what's up with those insulting descriptions?
Chie seems pretty angry about it. Many of the locals know about the rumor of the Midnight Channel. In other words, this troubling broadcast has already been seen by who knows how many people. From what I've been told, the moment Chie tried to ask another student about the Midnight Channel, the other girl ran away with a look of fear on her face. There's no surprise that Chie would be angry. Still.
What bothers me most is Teddy. He was acting like the host of that show.
Yeah, and we can't find him.
This smells fishy. Then again, I doubt he would play a prank like this for no reason.
I guess we'll just have to go inside the TV and find out what's going on.
That's right. Go inside the TV. And everything that was the element that shook our common senses the most out of everything, that was the element that shook our common senses the most out of everything we experienced last year. Actually, the murders in the last year events happened in another world inside the television. This world is filled with monsters called shadows that were born from people's hearts. Because my friends and I gained personas, the power to defeat these shadows, we were able to enter the TV screens and fight them.
Won't we be stuck in there without Teddy to give us an exit?
Even we persona users wouldn't find it extremely difficult to leave that world on our own. In order to come back, we need the exit TV that our friend Teddy was capable of creating.
Not so. I've had Teddy keep the exit TV out on that side.
Look at you, all prepared.
I mean, think about it. What if we were half asleep and fell into a TV when Teddy wasn't over there? Isn't that a scary thought?
Like anyone would be that clumsy.
Anyway, it sounds like it's safe for us to go investigate then.
No matter what the reason, it's reassuring to know that we have an exit strategy ready for us. To be honest, I almost fell into the first time I appeared in my room after all.
Yeah, there's no doubt that something's going on in there. Is everyone ready?
We're all good to go. To tell the truth, I had a hunch that this was going to happen.
We all share a look to confirm our intentions. All of them nod back. I could see the seriousness in their eyes. Even though there was a 2-month gap since I last saw them, they still continued to put their trust in me. I feel a slight sense of pride as I stand up from the bench. The large screen television in the electronics department is directly below the food court. That was the entrance that we always used last year.